Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be our next video on tree identification and specifically going through and creating a dichotomous key. Let's get started on this next video. So what is a dichotomous key? Well, this is a tool that allows the user to determine the identity of items in the natural world. So we can think of trees like in our project, wildflowers, mammals, reptiles, fish, rocks, anything that we're going to go through and categorize in our course, we're going to use this dichotomous key. So really what we're going to do is, in order to figure out the tree, we want to go through and piece all of these puzzle pieces together here. And the goal is to use the puzzle pieces and the clues that we have to figure out what the tree is. In this case, we can see this is a vector of an oak tree, but again, we're using these puzzle pieces and using these rules and these dichotomous keys to figure out what our tree is. So we have these series of objects here, and the goal for creating a dichotomous key, we may know what these series of objects are, but let's say somebody from outside of this planet, extraterrestrial life, does not know what these objects are. Well, this extraterrestrial life is going to need a set of rules or a set of tools to go through and identify these objects as they go through and explore our planet Earth. So let's say we gave this extraterrestrial life this skateboard. Now we all know it's a skateboard, but how does he go through and figure out what that skateboard is? Well, we're going to provide him with a dichotomous key, and this dichotomous key is going to enable him to go through and figure out what these objects are. Alright, remember, what we're trying to go through and figure out is, if we were extraterrestrial life, we're going to follow these set of rules to figure out what this object is. And we're going to ask these series of questions and follow these steps. This is going to be the first type of dichotomous key that we'll go through and look at. So, is the object powered by a human, or is the object powered by fuel? We know it is not powered by fuel, it's powered by the human. So this tells us to go now to question 2. So now we're going to go to step 2, we're here, and we're going to read these two sets of questions here. Is the object made of at least half of wood, or the object does it contain no wood? We know this skateboard is going to contain some wood. So this one, object contains at least half wood. We now go to question 3. All right, question 3, it says, does the object float or does it not float? Well, we know if we throw a skateboard in a pond, it's not going to float here. So what is our object? Well, if we were extraterrestrial life following this dichotomous key, we can see that it's a skateboard. So now we know that that object is a skateboard. Now, I know we already knew what this is, but remember, we're going to apply these rules when going through and looking at our trees. There are certain trees that we're going to go through and look at that we're not going to know what they are. So we're going to have to follow a key like this that's already made in order to identify what that is. Alright, so let's go through and look at this dichotomous key. When we use a dichotomous key that's set up as a web like this, we're going to start here and we're going to work our way down to the first set of questions. So in this dichotomous key, what we're going to do is the object powered by human? And remember, we're looking at the skateboard, or is it powered by fuel? Well, we know the skateboard is not powered by fuel, so we're going to go through and follow this path here to our second question. So now that we get to our second question, we have to go through and ask one of these two questions. The object either contains no wood, or the object is at least half made of wood. We know skateboards don't contain no wood. They're at least made of some wood, so we're going to follow this path here. Now, the object floats or the object does not float. If you throw a skateboard in the water, it's going to sink. So we know it is not this. It is not going to float. So we know that our object is this skateboard. Alright, so let's go through and follow the dichotomous key for this object here. We have this purple van here. We want to go through and follow the dichotomous key for this object. So let's go through and do one of the web dichotomous keys, and we can go through and follow it there. Okay, so we have our minivan here, and we're going to go through and we want to follow the dichotomous key to identify what that object is. Remember, we're pretending as if we didn't know for this object set here. Is the object powered by human? Well, no, it is not powered by human. It's powered by fuel. So we're going to follow this path here. Does the object go through and fly? No, it does not. Does the object not fly? Yes, the object does not fly, so we know that we are here. So now we're going to ask these two questions. Does it have doubled up wheels? It doesn't have doubled up wheels, it's just got single wheels. It's got one wheel on either end of the axle. So we know it's going to be this dichotomous key clue here. And then is it used to shuttle children, or is it used to take out clients? It's not going to be used to take out clients, it's going to be used to shuttle children. So we know that that object is going to be our minivan here. So again, we're following our dichotomous key to go through and figure out what that object is, and we'll do that for our trees. So what you guys are going to do is you're going to take these leaves and create your own rules for a dichotomous key, either in the enrichment activity or in the fill in the blank activity that is on your lab. And what we're going to do is create a series of rules to go through and categorize these leaves, so that way if somebody didn't know how to go through and categorize trees based on leaves, they could follow these series of rules and go through and figure it out. Alright, so did you guys learn? Well, did you learn a couple of things? Did you guys go through and learn what a dichotomous key is? Did you guys go through and learn how to use a dichotomous key? And then did you guys go through and learn how we are going to apply this dichotomous key when we go through and identify our tree? This is going to be the end of the video. I will see you all in class tomorrow.